Bouldy, while on one hand I know that making offerings to you won't really help me get out of here, on the other hand, maybe it will? Sisyphus, you mind my asking what you did to warrant this particular arrangement you've got here? Pushing a boulder till the end of time and all? Never heard it in your own words.
Well, it's a bit of a long story, Prince. My time had come, though I just wasn't ready, you might say. Your father thought he had me in his clutches, but then, shoom, I gave him the slip. Your father's henchman, Thanatos, he'll back me up on that.
Outsmarted Thanatos, that's amazing. What happened then?
Turns out your father doesn't like us mortals cheating death. Eventually they found me, so now I'm stuck here with my boulder friend. I push old Bouldy up the hill to the beat of the Fury's whips, then he tumbles down.
So then you're stuck forever. No reprieve. That's terrible. Wish there was something I could do to help.
You save those sympathies for someone else, Your Highness. I could be Prometheus, spending an eternity having my liver gobbled up. But instead, I get to stay in shape and have these chats with you. Now, I'd better get back to it. I got you covered, Prince.
A pleasure. Do to help with your predicament, isn't there?
Oh, come now, Prince. Do Bouldy and I look like we could use your charity? We're planning to stay put within this chamber for a while. It's hardly a predicament, I'd say.
But what of the Furies and their torments and all that? They might be back and make all this more difficult for you.
Ah, yes, the Fury sisters. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing them more infrequently now that you mention it. But either way, so don't you even worry about me. Now here. Sure, here you go.
Cheers, mate. All mine. So, there's something you like to do for entertainment out here, Bouldy? Or just, I don't know. Once wrong, both you and Thanatos, and have since paid a heavy price. But don't the Fury sisters now have better things to do than torture him?
You come to me to question how I allocate my resources. Preposterous. I care nothing for that wretched shade. That he is tortured for eternity is but a technicality resulting from his arrogance. The terms of his incarceration are long lost.
So then if I could somehow find those terms, then theoretically I could grant him a pardon.
If you could somehow do your job and enact miracles, then yes. You could do anything then, I suppose. Including waste your time on those of his undeserving ilk.
That's good to know. Subjected to too harsh a punishment for all eternity. Don't I have some of my father's authority to do something about it?
Now that you have regained your access privileges to the administrative chamber, child, yes, that is the level of authority you hypothetically possess.
But how can I possibly find anything in there? The place is wall-to-wall pacts and parchments. I have no idea where to look.
You can be made aware, though use discretion if and when you need to exercise this power, and make certain that the time is right. Now, are we understood?
Yes, we are. I have to ask you for a favor, Meg, and I'm willing to make it worth your while if you'll hear me out.
A proposition, Zacharias. Let's hear it then, while I'm in a charitable mood.
It's about Sisyphus. If I can get my father to alleviate his sentence, would you just ease off of him a little bit? You and your sisters. I think he's suffered quite enough under your whips.
I don't know what you see in him, I swear. But you don't need to ask such things of me. If you can overturn his sentence with Lord Hades, I'd like nothing better than to never see that miserable shade again.
It's a deal. Nyx, I was just busy doing some administrative chamber record-keeping recently, and wouldn't you know it, it somehow slipped my mind where I could find the sentencing parchment work for the Knave-King Sisyphus, forced to toil out in Tartarus. I ran it by Megaera.
He has offered you aid repeatedly. At first I saw it for a brazen act of bribery, but try as I might, there was no deeper underpinning to his actions that I could detect. That is to say, the records you seek may be found in section Sigma Phi Alpha, lower gamma folder.
Sigma Phi Alpha, lower gamma folder. Got it. Thanks. Should check the admin chamber just in case. Should check that stack of contracts back there.
Amongst the parchment records of the dead and punished are the sealed documents known as the Knave-King sentence, forcing said king to endlessly toil with a boulder till the end of time.
I'll just patch this through to the house contractor then. The Sisyphus contract. I can buy it out. In the name of Hades, I hereby release Sisyphus from the terms of his pact.
You what? All this just for that wretched shade?
I have good news, sir. I located the contract binding you and bought it out. It's null and void. You're free to go.
Oh, indeed. Then does this mean, Prince, then the Fury Sisters, they won't come around as often anymore?
Not just that, Sisyphus. You can make your way someplace else where other decent shades reside. You know, somewhere with fewer chains and torture devices and such.
You're much too kind to this old soul, Prince Zed. The thing is, this is home. For me and Bouldy, it is what it is. Though, knowing that the Furies won't be visiting with quite their former regularity, that is a load off. Heavier than Bouldy there.
You mean you're really going to stay, even though you don't have to?
Is that so odd, Highness? Don't see myself lugging old Bouldy out of here besides. And if I were to leave, why, we would not be having these exchanges now and then. I happen to enjoy them quite a bit. Now, here you go, and thank you very much.
Sure thing.
For the mirror. Sisyphus, sir. You've helped me selflessly time after time without so much as asking anything in return. Wanted to say I'm very grateful and thought you might like to try this. Here, for a special occasion.
Why, Prince, is this... It is. I've not so much as seen a bottle of it, much less sampled it. Thank you so much. Although, with all respect, I cannot rightfully accept such a fine gift. Unless...
Unless? Oh no, you're not making me take something in return. You know this was a gift, not an exchange, sir, right? Wait, what is that?
This, Highness, is a little friend of mine kept tucked away in Bouldy's care. Wherever you'll be going next, he'll make a worthy traveling companion. And when he's with you, Bouldy and I will be with you in spirit too.
Sir, this is a mint-condition shady you just gave to me. I'm so grateful. I will keep him safe. Was bound to happen, really. I guess Sisyphus is even freer than before.